What is happening, everyone, and welcome back to the Roger Report. The news cycle is absolutely on fire today, with developments dropping faster than we can keep up with. We've got major moves, star confirmations, and even some shock trade proposals that could redefine the landscape. You are not going to want to miss what's coming up next, so buckle up and get ready for the essential updates you need to stay ahead of the game. Let's dive right in. First up, we're looking at how a legendary franchise is reportedly ready to grant its superstars' deepest wish, making waves with potential free agency signings aimed squarely at maximizing those precious championship windows. This is all about keeping the core happy and competitive at the highest level, and the details emerging are fascinating. Then, we've got a direct word from one of the game's most iconic figures, who has just delivered a definitive statement on his future, shutting down any speculation about immediate retirement and making it crystal clear he's still got plenty of game left. This is a massive declaration that will send ripples through the league. But it doesn't stop there. We're also diving into a bold trade pitch that could see a reigning Rookie of the Year heading to a new team in a deal that's turning heads, and a prediction that some might call shocking, suggesting a beloved former star could be on his way back for one last championship run. Stick around, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single second. Golden State's veteran play, a Curry-centric strategy unveiled. Making the veteran star happy. That's the name of the game for the Golden State Warriors as they navigate the crucial final years of Stephen Curry's prime. For a while now, many observers have felt the franchise wasn't doing enough to prioritize its greatest player, often opting to hold onto first-round draft picks with the hope of finding another future star. This strategy, however, has yielded mixed results, most notably with the struggles of James Wiseman and a complicated situation developing with Jonathan Kuminga. While the Warriors have maintained a cautious approach to trading away future draft capital, there's a noticeable shift towards accommodating Curry. This is evident in the team's contractual decisions, particularly the two-year, $111 million extension for Draymond Green. This move, coupled with Curry's own contract, creates a two-year window where the core is aligned. Green, acquired in a significant move, brought the right blend of experience and fit, helping the team rebound from a difficult patch and reach the second round of the playoffs. Now, the Warriors are looking to replicate that success on a smaller scale in free agency. The goal is to bring in seasoned veterans who understand how to play alongside Curry, thereby maximizing his opportunities for success. Names like D'Anthony Melton, who proved to be a capable backcourt partner during their brief time together last season, are being discussed. The potential addition of a player like Al Horford, a 39-year-old veteran known for his Warrior-type play, is also on the radar. Gary Payton II, a player who found a home in the Bay Area after years elsewhere, is expected to be re-signed. Furthermore, the possibility of signing Seth Curry, Stephen's brother, or Malcolm Brogdon with his versatile skill set could further bolster the roster. An interesting observation is the age profile of these potential free agents. Aside from Melton, who plays with a youthful vigor, most of the targets are 32 years or older. While this veteran-heavy approach might raise concerns about longevity and injury risk, it directly addresses Curry's desire to play alongside experienced teammates rather than developing younger talent. This contrasts sharply with the 2022-23 roster, which featured 6 players aged 23 or under with limited NBA experience, including 4 rookies. The current roster is set to have only 2 players, Brandon Podziemski and Gui Santos, fitting that young and inexperienced mold, with Will Richard potentially adding to it as a final roster spot. While debates continue about whether the Warriors should pursue more aggressive, win-now moves, it's undeniable that General Manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. and the front office are making a more deliberate effort to cater to Stephen Curry's championship aspirations, a focus that seems more pronounced than in previous eras. Hold on, because the story about Curry's veteran focus is just the beginning of our deep dive today. Next, we're going straight to the source as a superstar himself addresses his future and puts retirement rumors to bed. Curry's clarity, no retirement on the horizon. Stephen Curry, a beacon of excellence in the NBA, has firmly addressed the inevitable questions surrounding his future, asserting that retirement is not on his immediate agenda. At 37 years old, Curry remains one of the league's premier players, defying the typical career trajectory for many stars. While the end of his illustrious career is certainly within sight, likely within the next 5 years, Curry himself is embracing the present, expressing a deep and enduring love for the game. In a recent conversation, Curry shared his perspective on his longevity and motivation. "It's the question you ask yourself every morning," he admitted. "You wake up, and you want to, go spend some time in the gym and keep working on your craft. I still love it, so it's not really a question of urgency now." He also revealed valuable advice he's received from seasoned professionals who have successfully extended their careers. Approach the game with a 2-year commitment, give it everything, and then reassess. "So, I'm starting a new cycle over, and you know the work you have to put in to stay at your level," he stated, signaling a renewed commitment. When directly asked about the timing of his retirement, Curry's response was a simple yet emphatic, "Nope." This definitive answer is music to the ears of Warriors fans who have witnessed his unparalleled impact on the court. Despite his age, Curry continues to perform at an elite level. In his 17th season, he averaged an impressive 24.5 points, 6 assists, and 4.4 rebounds over 70 games, maintaining remarkable efficiency with 44.8% shooting from the field, 39.7% from three-point range, and a near-perfect 93.3% from the free throw line. His status as the greatest three-point shooter in league history remains undisputed, and he is clearly aiming to add to his collection of 4 NBA championships. The Warriors organization recognizes the finite nature of Curry's remaining playing years and is actively working to keep them competitive and in playoff contention. Their recent postseason run saw them overcome the Houston Rockets in a tough series. However, their playoff journey was cut short when Curry suffered a hamstring strain in the opening game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, an injury that sidelined him for the remainder of the series and ultimately contributed to their 5-game defeat. This experience underscores the critical need for the Warriors to manage Curry's workload effectively. While he possesses the ability to deliver exceptional performances at his age, providing him with a strong supporting cast capable of winning games, regardless of his individual output on any given night, will be paramount to their success and his ability to stay healthy and effective. Curry's commitment to playing is a huge story, but what happens when teams start making bold moves to capitalize on that commitment? Get ready for a trade proposal that could shake things up dramatically, sending a rising star in a surprising direction. Rookie sensation on the move, Warriors eyeing Castle in bold trade proposal. In a move that could significantly reshape their roster and accelerate their championship aspirations, the Golden State Warriors are reportedly exploring a blockbuster trade scenario. The focus is on acquiring Stephon Castle, the reigning NBA Rookie of the Year, in exchange for promising young guard Brandon Podziemski and other assets. This potential deal, floated by Bleacher Report's Zach Buckley, highlights the Warriors' intense focus on maximizing the remaining championship window for their superstar, Stephen Curry. The proposed trade would send Castle, a highly touted prospect, to Golden State, while the San Antonio Spurs would receive Podziemski, fellow young player Gui Santos, and a protected 2028 first-round pick. On the surface, this is a significant proposition for both franchises. Podziemski has emerged as a valuable contributor for the Warriors, fitting their system with his shooting, playmaking, and tenacious defense, though questions linger about his athletic ceiling. Castle, on the other hand, represents a different profile. Bigger, more athletic, and possessing greater defensive potential. He's already demonstrating star qualities, but his current situation with the Spurs, who have a crowded backcourt featuring De'Aaron Fox and top draft pick Dylan Harper, could make him available. For the Warriors, the allure of Castle lies in his ability to address needs they've struggled with recently. His size, strength, and defensive prowess offer a stark contrast to some of the team's current guard options. While Castle isn't the pure shooter that Podziemski is, the potential defensive upgrade and his capacity to grow into a foundational piece post-Curry era make the trade-off appealing. This deal is fundamentally about balancing two timelines, competing for titles now with Curry and building a sustainable future. Castle could immediately bolster the team's defense and provide a dynamic offensive threat, while also being positioned as a future cornerstone. From the Spurs' perspective, moving Castle, despite his rookie success, could be a strategic decision given their backcourt depth. Trading him could bring back a package that includes Podziemski's shooting and playmaking, Santos's depth, and a future first-round pick, providing them with flexibility and immediate help alongside Fox and Harper. However, parting with a player who just averaged 14.7 points as a 20-year-old rookie would be a difficult decision, especially for a team aiming to build a championship core. The Warriors' front office has historically been hesitant to move fan favorites like Podziemski. However, the opportunity to acquire a player of Castle's caliber, especially one who could contribute both immediately and long-term, might force a difficult choice. With Curry's championship window narrowing, moves like this are precisely what the team needs to consider to make a final championship push. The potential acquisition of Castle could be the difference between a quiet fade-out and a last-ditch effort for another title. That trade idea is massive, but what if another familiar face could also make a triumphant return to help chase a title? We're talking about a potential reunion that could reignite an iconic partnership. Warriors eyeing shocking Klay Thompson reunion for championship push. In a move that would undoubtedly send shockwaves through the league and reignite a legendary partnership, the Golden State Warriors are reportedly being considered as a potential landing spot for Klay Thompson. After an initial season away from the Bay Area that saw him play for the Dallas Mavericks, Thompson's future as a high-impact starter remains a topic of discussion. However, according to a prediction from Sports Illustrated's Ryan Shih, a homecoming for the sharpshooting guard could be on the cards as the Warriors aim to extend their championship window with Stephen Curry. Thompson and Curry, famously known as the Splash Brothers, achieved unparalleled success together, capturing 4 NBA championships between 2015 and 2022 and etching their names as arguably the greatest shooting backcourt in history. Despite this legacy, Thompson departed Golden State last offseason, signing a 3-year, $50 million contract with the Mavericks after failing to reach an agreement on a contract extension and experiencing a fluctuating role with the Warriors. His first season in Dallas saw him start all 72 games he played, but his production dipped, with his 14 points per game marking his lowest scoring average since his rookie year. The Mavericks themselves had an injury-plagued season, finishing with a 39-win record. In contrast, the Warriors are coming off a 48-win season and a second-round playoff appearance, suggesting a potential environment where Thompson could find renewed success. Shih's proposed trade scenario involves the Warriors acquiring Thompson from the Mavericks, sending Buddy Hield and Trace Jackson-Davis in return. This deal would position Thompson as the Warriors' primary perimeter shooting threat, replacing Hield. The Warriors would part with Jackson-Davis, a reserve big man whose role diminished in his second season. Shih suggests that Thompson would be the biggest beneficiary, citing his existing chemistry with Curry and Draymond Green. Despite a statistical decline, Thompson remains an elite shooter, maintaining a 39.1% three-point percentage, which is above the league average. Shih believes that Thompson's familiarity with the Warriors system and star players would lead to a resurgence in his overall performance. Conversely, Shih anticipates that Hield might see a slight dip in his statistics with the Mavericks, especially if their developing core, including Kyrie Irving, Cooper Flagg, and Anthony Davis, remains healthy. Nevertheless, acquiring Hield and Jackson-Davis could help Dallas achieve a better balance between immediate competitiveness and future development. The potential return of Thompson to Golden State would further increase the average age of their roster, with Curry, 37, Green, 35, and Jimmy Butler, 35, already in their mid to late 30s, and expected free agent signing Al Horford, 39, also nearing 40. This could heighten injury risks. However, Shih posits that if Curry and his veteran teammates can stay healthy during the playoffs, they might recapture their championship magic one last time. Given the relatively modest cost of acquiring Thompson, the Warriors might view this gamble as worthwhile, especially during a quiet offseason. A reunion with Thompson could provide that much-needed veteran presence and elite shooting to make one final push for a title. And that wraps up our deep dives for today. But before you go, we've got a rapid-fire recap of all the action and your essential call to action. And that's a wrap on today's essential updates. We saw the Warriors prioritizing veteran talent to support Stephen Curry, heard directly from Curry himself shutting down retirement talk, explored a bold trade for Rookie of the Year Stephon Castle, and even discussed a potential shock reunion with Klay Thompson. Don't miss out on any future breaking news. Hit that subscribe button now, ring the notification bell, drop a comment below to let us know your thoughts, and follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive content. We'll see you next time on the Roger Report.